This video is available in different languages. Pick the one you prefer by clicking on the settings at the bottom right. Enjoy the video! Hi guys! Ever since I was a child, whenever I told people I was fluent in Chinese, they would often ask me, Kevin, what's my name in Chinese? And it's not always an easy question to answer. So today, I'll try to explain everything to you. How to know what is your Chinese name? So, if you have a very common name like Tom, Mary, Charles, most of the time a translation already exists in Chinese. Basically, it's just Chinese characters assembled together to try to match the pronunciation. Tom becomes Tangmu, Mary is Mali, Charles, Charles, Alice, Alice, and Kevin usually is Kevin. But in my case, since my parents gave me my Chinese name first, Kevin, they wanted my French name to sound like Kevin, thus Kevin. So my Chinese name is not Kevin, but for most Kevins, it is. This nuance is very important. We'll see later why. You can easily find online what's the translation for your name, if it's an often used one. But everything becomes more complicated when your name is more rare. If you have a weird name like Voldemort, Chinese people will try to approximate the pronunciation, but remember, in Chinese, each character means something, and the best translations are when the meaning of your full name also reflects your personality. I picked 5 celebrities to show you how it works. Let's start with an icon, Marilyn Monroe. Her Chinese name is Meng Lu. It is kinda close to Monroe, Meng Lu, Monroe, Meng Lu, kinda close. Meng means dream, and Lu comes from Lu Shui, morning dew, which is soft and refreshing. But Lu is also the homonym of road, so Meng Lu symbolizes the soft road towards the dream. And who's the dream? Marilyn. Next, I chose an animated character, SpongeBob. He's a celebrity. 海绵宝宝. 海绵 means sponge, and Bob became 宝宝. It's actually a pun because 宝宝 also means little baby in Chinese. So 海绵宝宝 is literally little baby sponge. With a title like that, you can only love the show, right? Number 3, Hermione. Hermione in Harry Potter is 赫敏. He means brilliant, magnificent, and Min means sharp, intelligent. This one is obviously obvious.
Oh, are you doing magic? Let's see then.
4. Lord Voldemort has a great name. Fu Dimo. Fu is the homonym of another Fu, which comes from Pu Fu, that means to crawl, to creep. Di means ground, and it's also the Di of Di, which means hell, and Mo means evil, demon. So Fu Dimo stands for something like evil monster from hell, crawling on the ground like a demon. Translation is amazing. And 5, my personal favorite, Kobe Bryant becomes Kobe. Ke, just like in my Chinese name, comes from 科学, which means science. And Bi comes from 比赛, which means competition. So Kobe stands for scientific competitor. Someone who likes to study his opponents, analyze their strengths, and exploit their weaknesses. Yeah, totally not Kobe, right? Now that you learned how it works, I'm sure you've understood already. There is no strict rules to follow. Just like my Chinese name is not Kevin, if you don't like the generic translation of your name, you can invent one yourself. You can try to approximate the pronunciation or even pick a completely different name. Who cares? I just have one advice for you. Always check with a Chinese friend first, because if not, you may deeply regret it. Let me explain. Take this name for example, Quentin Tarantino. In Chinese, it's Quentin, but in French, this same name is pronounced Quentin. And if you try to translate it yourself without asking anyone, you might end up with something like Gang Dan. Quentin, Gang Dan. It's very close. The problem is, Gang means iron, and Dan means eggs. So if you have a nasty mind, Gang Dan means iron balls. And you don't want to travel through China saying that your name is iron balls, okay? Chinese people are gonna make fun of you. You're gonna get scammed in every souvenir shops, always. Always. Ask a Chinese friend first, please. I want to finish this video by talking about brands. How do Chinese people translate those huge companies' names? I picked 3 examples for you. First is Hermès, the luxury boutique. 爱马仕. 爱 is love, 马 horse, and 仕 means expert, professional, gentleman. A gentleman who loves his horse, huh? Exactly the logo. Second is Subway. 赛百味. 赛, we just saw it with Kobe, comes from 比赛, competition. 百 means 100, and 味 is taste, flavor. So 赛百味, a competition between 100 flavors, is exactly what you experience when you go to Subway and have to choose between all the ingredients for your sandwich. And last but not least, Coca-Cola has, in my opinion, the best Chinese name of all brands ever. 可口可乐. Please pay attention because there are many layers to this. 可 comes from 可以, which means you're capable of, you can, you deserve it. 口 means mouth, but also entrance, opening door. 可口 put together means delicious. And 乐 comes from 快乐, 新年快乐, happiness. The trick is 可 is the homonym of another 可 that means thirsty. So 可口, delicious, sounds just like 可口, which means thirsty mouth. And 可乐, which means I'm very happy, sounds like 可乐, that means I'm thirsty now. So 可口可乐 designates a delicious drink that will cure your thirsty mouth immediately and open the entrance door towards ultimate happiness for you, because you deserve it. I don't know who found this one, but I hope he got paid a fortune. And that's it for today. I hope you guys had a good time. Let me know in the comments what Chinese name you end up choosing. No gandan, okay? If you like this vid, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll keep posting more content about Chinese culture, French culture, and many other subjects. Peace!